Good morning, North Branford, and welcome to T-Bird News. I'm your host, Carly.
And I'm Sam. I can't believe we are nearing the home stretch. Tomorrow is April break, and after that, it should be smooth sailing from here.
Indeed. Let's kick things off with Kaleidoscope Game Night. This event was held last month, and since the cafe was canceled in February, this was the first after-school club event that NBHS had in 2022.
Kaleidoscope held a game night this year in the CAF. I was able to go and check it out. Kaleidoscope had a game night fundraiser. It was the first after-school club event since masks were removed, which allowed the freedom for games, food, and other activities. Ms. Dodds was in charge of this event to raise money for the book that will be coming out at the end of the year.
I don't actually know what's here, so there's so much that I'm looking forward to. I just don't know what it is yet.
Just Dance was a popular game along with many others. The event was a blast and it was a great night for everyone. Our very own Nate Higgins was in charge of trivia to end the night.
Who was the first leader of Communist China? Xi Jinping, Yu the engineer, Jackie Chan, or Mao Zedong? They would not vote for that. That was the correct answer. So.
It looked like so much fun with so many different games. For T-Bird News, I'm Sam Helwig. Speaking of fun day, Read Across America Day never disappoints. Each year, the students of the elementary school get all excited as the high schoolers get to walk the halls again and mentor them. Carly Parenti put on her best safari outfit and took us into the wild.
The students at TVES were able to take a tour around the world on Read Across America Day. Let's head over there now. For many elementary students, Read Across America Day is one of the most exciting days of the school year. It's a day where students get to learn about different cultures, languages, and most importantly, the fun of reading. We don't talk about reading. Should we talk about reading? Many volunteers from the high school spent the day reading stories and leading activities with their classes.
We're doing quizzes about Read Across America Day.
In the CAF, stations were set up where kids could make crafts and solve puzzles that taught them about different areas of the world.
At this station, we're testing our knowledge of world languages, so we're matching the greetings to the country.
I am making some Chinese lettering. Here's my name. You go by the sounds, I guess, instead of the letters. And then there's Mitch's name.
I like this one.
This station, what are you guys doing over here?
Matching languages.
And to top it all off, a special visit from the one and only Cat in the Hat added another layer of fun to the day.
How are you guys today?
The best part was seeing everyone's smiling faces and knowing that we were able to turn reading into something fun. The event was a huge success and everyone had a blast. For T-Bird News, I'm Carly Parenti. Last month was Inclusion Month. The purpose of this is to spread the word for everyone to be included. Paul Raffone teamed up with Mrs. Artize's class to give us a deeper meaning about it.
In Unified, we pledge to spread inclusion at NBHS by making sure others understand the impact of their words and actions in our community.
Love and kindness are never wasted. They always make a difference.
We are all so perfectly, uniquely the same.
Spread love, acceptance, friendship, understanding, and tolerance.
I imagine a beautiful world where everyone is valued and included.
N, no such thing as a disability, only a difference in ability.
C, celebrate and embrace our differences. They make us all special and unique.
L, learn to focus not on the differences of people, but the talents of individuals.
U, unique attributes can be seen as powerful assets if given the right opportunities.
S, strong, because we see a call out for courage and strength when we include all.
I, inclusion is the goal to create a world of equal opportunity for all people.
O, obstacles only mean we need to find the strength to persevere and endure in spite of them.
N, never forget a lot of different flowers make a beautiful bouquet.
We are unified.
At lunch, people signed the poster with pledges to be more including, nice, and respectful, and to do good deeds and more.
The purpose of this was to make MBHS more kind and inclusive to everyone.
People best remember you by the way you treat them.
Nobody should be left out. Everyone is loved and valued, and our differences are what make us unique.
Inclusion and kindness are extremely important in making our world more accepting, and no one should ever feel that they are not part of it. The goal of our Spread the Word Inclusion Pledge campaign was to create a more inclusive, kind, and accepting environment in North Branford High School.
I pledge to spread the word inclusion.
Since our last T-Bird News in March, the freshman class put on a fundraiser of finding their favorite teacher. This year's winner was Miss Caskey. Miss Leapley got the calf all prepared for this. Then the poncho went on and the shaving cream was lathered in the foil, ready to go. It was fun and unique way to earn money, and Miss Caskey was a great sport about it.
I might wear my goggles next time. NBHS is never lacking in the entertainment department. The theater arts class put on a short performance called Freak. Here is Ben Reynolds to explain more about it, along with a small excerpt from it.
We wrote a show about a person with dissociative identity disorder, which is essentially a mental disorder that causes them to have different personalities in their brain, and they lose track of their memories and their feelings and such. And we felt that it was only fair for the society to be the ones that are kind of the enemy in this case, and not the personalities. So we kind of wrote in the Greek tragedy the choir as the sort of society, and we felt that they were kind of the ones that could bring some comedic relief into this sort of dark show. So we essentially wrote this little rap bit as some comedy in this kind of dire tale. Look at this dude. That went bad fast. What do we call this? We call this an outcast.
Hey.
Outcasts aren't fun because they are different. What do we call this? We call it different.
Yeah, okay.
He meant to say that different isn't dope. When we see these fools, we be like, nope. We love to tease and remind them of their place down in the dumps because they're such a disgrace.
We agreed that I do the rap.
Well, you obviously couldn't handle that.
Well, you can't just make it up. You can't improvise theater.
Yes, you can. It's called improv.
Guys.
Don't be an outcast, you gotta be the same. If you don't blend in, then bro, you're just lame. We out.
Let's stick with the theater arts theme and switch over to the 2022 NBHS musical Newsies. Nate was in and out of the action, and it's time to break a leg with him.
Drama's back this year, T-Birds, and the MBHS Drama Club is putting on a production of Newsies. Come take a look. After Mamma Mia was canceled in the wake of the COVID pandemic, the club hasn't put on a normal musical since. This year, in combination with some middle schoolers, they put on the show Newsies, about the newsboys' strike in 1899. The theater is back. The process went through some changes. Here's Ben Reynolds about what is different this year.
Well, initially, masks were still mandated for production, which was, I would say, the biggest difficulty with that is always projection, as masks hide your voice. But luckily, we've been able to do the show mask optional, so our voices are heard by the whole audience. I would say also we had some struggles earlier in the process with members actually getting COVID. So that was a difficulty for scheduling rehearsals, and there's always the scare of sickness or kids missing rehearsal, but we've been doing pretty good.
You know, we've made the best out of this model. It's come a long way. It's certainly not pandemic theater, but it comes with a slew of challenges. But you know, I'm not a pessimistic person. I see challenges as opportunities, and I've seen this group overcome all of those challenges, everything from distancing to masking. They weren't challenges, they were just things that we overcame and managed to work with.
Aaliyah is glad to be back in theater.
Feeling really good. I didn't have the opportunity to join drama club last year because it wasn't offered, so I'm glad it's offered now, and I have the opportunity to join and get my theater on.
This year, the club has an understudy system in the event of a COVID outbreak or any other unforeseen issue. Mila is here to tell us more.
Yeah, so I was Catherine's understudy, and I will say it was a lot of work because not only did I have to memorize my lines and my blocking, but I also had to remember all of Catherine's, and I do voice lessons every week, so I was also learning Catherine's solos. So it was a lot for me, but I'm very glad that I was able to say that I was her understudy.
The show was extremely successful this year, selling close to 300 tickets most nights. The audience seemed to thoroughly enjoy the show. If you missed this year's show, come see the next one. For the T-Bird News, I'm Nate Higgins.
That's all for T-Bird News. We hope you have a safe and wonderful break, and with spring sports underway, go check out a game. For T-Bird News, I'm Carly.
And I'm Sam.
Roll Birds!